What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next Patron War recap, and this one was a rough one. Unfortunately, was our first loss at OneHive Patron, but it was very, very close and very competitive. The problem was the matchup that we got. It was insane. As you can see here, we had two Town Hall 11s and one Town Hall 10. Number 4 there was a 9.5, and the rest were 9s and below. And we got matched up against a clan with 3 Town Hall 11s and I think like 12 Town Hall 10s, something like that. So just not enough attacks to go around and get those stars. But as you can see, everything, even a few Town Hall 10s, and then everything below 3 stars. So very good job to all the guys at OneHive Patron. They put up just a tremendous fight. We did as well as we could have. So props to everybody. It was a tough matchup, and we almost came out with it. Just not enough, 40 heroes, or even just Town Hall 10 attacks for the troop space and freezes to go around to deal with all the infernos and then all the eagle artilleries that we had to deal with. But let's get to some of these great attacks. And here's what we talked about before, and here's happening in the Patron War. Town Hall 9 stepping up and getting the 2-star on a Town Hall 11, which is what you got to do. It frees up some of those higher level attacks. So right here, Prodigy coming in with a Queen Walk, has a few Valks, has some healers obviously, jump, some rages, all the good stuff, and a bunch of wall breakers because he's going to need those a little bit later. Comes in from the top, puts that minion down on the right side, just pushes his queen in. And I'm sorry if I sound a little off. I've had some type of allergic attack today. I don't even normally have allergies. I don't know what in the world I could have been allergic to. But I'm all itchy, watery-eyed, and itchy nose and all that. So I do apologize if I sound like I'm talking through my nose. But comes in from the top. Everything's going good here, but you see he's only got that level 26 queen. It's not like he's doing this with a level 30 queen, so it is very tough to keep her up against this max defense. Those point defense just burn her down, so he's basically having to keep her standing and the healer standing in a rage the entire time. That's why he had those 3 rages. I mean, multiple point defense hitting her all at once. So as soon as one runs out, he's got to drop another one. But he is getting huge value for it, taking out a lot of point defense, taking out a lot of just percentages, which is what it's all about, was getting that and then diving the Town Hall. But more importantly, working her way towards this Eagle artillery. Now, she can't quite reach it just shooting over the wall there, or even if she can, it's not the closest thing, and she gets pulled around this corner. So that's where the wall breakers come into play. Very strange that this guy just sort of added on these walls on the outside of his base here. Didn't ever close anything in. He just got it sort of opened up. He's got one compartment open, and now he's going to start dropping in these wall breakers because everything is targeting the queen here. They're perfectly safe to go all the way in, open up that next compartment. The CC troops come out. Now the queen has to deal with this lava hound. Luckily, she's only got 1 point defense on her at this point, so she's looking pretty good. And the Eagle artillery is still not activated, so we'll fast forward. Get that lava hound exploded, get those taken care of. Nice minion on the backside to protect those healers. And then from there, the queen will start moving in towards that Eagle artillery at least. Now he's got, he's got to keep up with that troop space and how much time he's got before it starts activating. But the queen is still taking out trash buildings at this point. She will eventually get there. She's just sort of taking her sweet time doing it. There's another Tesla popping, so more point defense coming in on this queen. But she is getting close to deciding to take that out, and he starts dropping his golems and his wizards in, and already it fires up. I think I would have waited. I don't know if he was possibly concerned about time. Could have been that he wanted to make sure he got to this town hall. But right there, the queen is on it. She's going to go ahead and pop that ability, I think, here in a moment. Or he might hold on to it. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But that Eagle artillery doing massive damage to those golems. Obviously, they're wiped off the map with just a few shots. But the Eagle artillery goes down there. The jump spell's down. They're going through that Inferno Tower, and the queen is in perfect position to snipe right over that wall. But also, all of those troops are going in. They're collapsing in on the town hall. It's going to go down. He's already over 50%, so we'll start to fast forward. Town Hall goes down, and that is the 2-star. Beautiful attack by Prodigy. Really did a nice job. I mean, keeping that level 26 queen going that long, I guess the Town Hall 11 is a feat in and of itself, so nicely done. All right, sorry, guys. Nose is running and just a mess right now. Number 13, looking at Mr. How do you say that? Lubo? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Mr. Lubo. That's how I would say it. Coming at it with a nice GoVaho, which you guys know I like. Coming in from the bottom here with a couple of golems. And I really like this one because he didn't bring a lot of Valks. I mean, they're just sort of a hero assistance killer is all these Valks are really doing in this raid. those three, but does a really good job of creating the funnel, making sure he knows where those Valks are going to go, opens up this bottom wall, and then from there, we'll drop the jump spell in. Everything is going to go straight in. Those heroes are going to draw everything in. And once they do, the king coming in right here at the back, the queen, the Valks all go in and take it out. You see the poison going to go down for these CC troops. The jump spell's there. Everything's looking great. Once he gets that dead, he's just going to continue to sprinkle these hogs in around the base, take out strategic defenses, and make sure nothing's really flanking his kill squad. You see, unfortunately, the healer's getting targeted right there, but the queen finally locks onto that air defense. It goes down while you still got some healers up, so that's good. Looking for those giant bombs is really what he's doing at this point. You see the Valks I think they're pretty much dead, if not one left. But their job is just to assist with those hero kills. He's going to be engaging both heroes at the same time. A few swings from those Valks make a big difference. So the Hogs coming in on the right side. Everything is starting to go down over there, collapsing in onto the core. Nice early wizard for cleanup. Just a few hogs left. Goes ahead and sprinkles those in. The queen's still up doing her thing. Still has a healer on her, so that's looking good. Hogs are all working their way around. There you see giant bombs triggering. There's only, I think all the giant bombs are triggered at this point. There might be one left. I think there is one left. I thought there was one in the core there, but there wasn't. There's just a bunch of singles on the outside. But as they get around to this last little section, he's got a heal spell for him. Goes ahead and drops it down, and just far enough down because there is a giant bomb here that's going to trigger, and the hogs are just standing in that heal to get healed back up as they trigger right there. Take the damage, but boom, get healed right back up. The queen's still up, comes over, helps out with this last defense because it actually takes out that last hog, I believe, if I remember right. Yep. But the queen's there, no problem. Takes it out. Again, those early cleanup wizards made a big factor in this raid because now they're coming around the top to clean everything up while the queen and the wizards get the bottom side. So nicely done. 3-star from Mr. Lubo. If I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize. All right, moving down a little bit here. Let's check out Bobby. Taking on number 17. Doing it with, again, a GoVaho. A little bit higher hero levels here, 22, 22. These guys had, some of their bases like this, they had hero levels that were up, but a lot of their ones were like Rushtown All 10s with lower level heroes. So, again, it's just a tough war. It's just a tough matchup. When you just got more, developed bases and stuff like that, they match you with these higher level bases that have low heroes, and they call that even. So it's a tough one, but hey, we did our best. Coming in right there again, nicely created funnel there, perfectly done. Valks go in with a jump spell. They're going to get all the way to that queen. CC troops coming out. He goes ahead, drops a heal spell and a poison down. Make sure those Valks are taken care of, and those CC troops are not putting out that much damage. Here in just a moment, they will get locked on and get in there and get that queen taken care of. The king going in as well. The queen kind of went for a walk because that king sort of drew her out. But it turned out to be not that big a deal, really. The dragon in there is going down to the poison, and that one shot from that wizard right there finishes it off. Hogs being sprinkled in around the left side, just coming in, closing in on that core. Nice heal placement right there. Good value. The hogs get in it for pretty much the entire duration. Queen doing her thing around the outside on the right. He's got one heal spell left and 3 hogs left, so being nice and patient with heals and with his hog deployment, which is always a good thing. To be surprised how often that'll save you on an attack. He's still got those 3 hogs in the bag, but really doesn't need them. Drops that last heal spell down. Queen closing in there. They're all sort of grouping up. We'll fast forward here as those last few defenses go down. Nice backside wizard cleanup. The queen and the hogs doing their thing. Still see a Valk in there swinging around, and a giant, and a golemite and a wizard. So a lot of troops alive at the end of this. Very nicely done to Bobby. All right. Let's see. Chief right here. Chief Warbucks taking on their number 21 and doing it with just a straight up GoVaho and the Quakes for the core. So that's pretty cool. Sends in a few hogs here, just take out one defense on the outside, get those CC troops lured out, which he does successfully. Once that's done, he does have, even with the 4 Quakes, he's got 2 poison spells. So he opted in for a lot of dark spells on this one. Drops them down, takes all the CC troops out, comes in from the top with his golems, wizards creating that funnel, and he's going to quake his way around in here. No wall breakers needed because he just really can get so deep with just those quake the way this base is designed. Right there on that junction, you see he can get all the way over to that CC. I mean, that's way into the base. So drops in that 3rd golem, everything pushing in with those wizards behind there, the king going in behind them. So really good formation, really good troop placement and deployment to make sure the golems are out front, everything's coming in well protected behind there. I don't think he lost hardly any wizards around the outside there. All those golems just marching right through the base. The enemy queen already taken care of. A few sprinkled in hogs on the outside, just as, on those troops that, or those defenses that might flank his troops a little bit. Takes them out nicely and continues his way through the base. Very, again, patient with his deployment, with his heal spells. Just perfect job. The king going down in there. He's getting shot by the queen right there. He goes down. Queen still helping out. Hog still moving through, really not encountering any giant bombs, just the damage coming from these defensive buildings, which is not much on these hogs. And then this nice little section over here is all grouped up where he can really deploy those hogs in there, the last few, and drop that last heal spell and know that he's got the 3-star in the bag. The queen's going to help for cleanup. Got a wizard around the outside for cleanup. Everything is looking great. They're all sort of spread out on the base, so getting a lot of value for everything he's got left over. Nicely done to Chief Warbucks. All right, as we fast forward through that, we'll look at one more, and we'll wrap this one up. It was a 50 versus 50 war, but again, so many of the bases were not something I think people would really like to see, these rushed, even down at the bottom. Unfortunately, our Town Hall 8s kind of got screwed. They had like Town Hall 5s and 6s and dumb stuff like that. So anyways, not a lot of interesting stuff down there, but when there is, I will bring it to you guys. But let's check out mid-watch before we end it. And I thought this was pretty impressive. If you look at the last attack and this attack, these guys do not have what I would call high-level heroes. I mean, 11, 12, and this is a max defense Town Hall 9. The last one was a max defense Town Hall 9, and he also had hero levels in the teens. So to me, this is impressive. This is sort of, the last, I guess, semblance of balance at Town Hall 9. And when you have these lower level heroes and you can't just take out a third or a fourth of the base with a Queen Walk or something like that, you sort of got to do it old school style. So you do have the advantage of the poisons these days. So he obviously does that, drops them down, takes out those dragon and all the CC troops there. Actually, I think one archer got away, but no big deal. Drops his golem down, his wizards to create the funnel. Everything is moving in very nicely. The king goes down nice and early on the king and queen, gets them in there, gets them moving forward. The funnel is pretty much in good shape after this. One collector goes down there on the outside looking good. Wallbreaker's got everything opened up on 2 sections there. So everything is going to move in. The jump spell's down. Now, unfortunately, the queen, she took a few steps to the right, and that is going to sort of keep her over there. And keep her moving to the right. So that part didn't quite go as according to plan. Maybe she let that right side funnel get a little bit wider, but the damage is done. The queen's going down, the king's in there using that ability. Everything's moving forward, and the hogs are already being deployed from the top side there, taking them out. And if this king can get right in there to that core, he has a chance to take these Teslas out and possibly even maybe that golem or something going in there and triggering some bombs. You'll see in just a minute right there. Look at that little Golemite going through there, triggering 2 giant bombs. Golemite, how much value. And then the king comes along and gets a third one that was in the core. So that core was loaded with giant bombs. So the hogs on the outside, really well protected. They do have skeletons chasing them and a king chasing them now, but there's a bunch of them, and he's got a heal spell for him here at the end if it is needed. That giant bomb goes off. He goes ahead and drops it down, heals them back up while they're dealing with those skeletons and king, and that is the 3-star. So excellent attack by Midwatch. A lot of 6-star wars from my patrons this time. I mean, there's just a lot of good talent and attackers in my little congregation, my group of patrons. So it's so fun to be a part of, so fun to watch the attacks. Hope you guys are enjoying them. And again, suffered our first loss, but hey, it happens. It happens to everybody. It's not that big a deal. Just keep on plugging away, and we will have more great wars to come. If you want more information about how to be a part of these wars, be in the little circle of patrons, go to the webpage. It's down there, link in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake from OneHive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.